Now this is what we call the breakfast bar wall, because this is the breakfast bar, and this is artwork by Sophie Newbery. Every month we exhibit artwork by our trainees, our Artco trainees, and these works have been created by Sophie over the course of several years. Sophie curated this show. This is her statement, and you can see one of the pieces is sold because it's got a red dot, so the Paris picture sold. She's done portraits of various people, little mix, I think. This is Hannah Cockcroft, Paralympian. Sophie had a lot of respect for her, and she also did the amazing mount as well, with all of these pictures on. The great Paris scene that is sold, and then a portrait of Usain Bolt, fastest man alive. So that is the Breakfast Bar exhibition space. Right, into the art studio. Right, now this is the art studio space. So we have this main table, which trainees can all sit round and collaborate. We have various canvases on the go. We have posters being made. We were commissioned to do some Extinction Rebellion work. We normally have a computer in the art studio. That computer is on loan to one of our service users who is doing some important work archiving all of our old photos and videos that we've taken. We have a sink with a wonderful painting by Sam Carter of a polar bear and a meerkat. This is where we encourage trainees to clean up their own materials when they're done, just like they would do in the kitchen. We have a guillotine for trimming. We have various paints and art materials in all these drawers. And I thought I would show you some artwork by some of the guys. So, let's see if we can find something to show. This amazing looking box, this is a model pub. It might not look like an average pub to you, but this is what we're going to make it into. This is a model by Grant Owens, one of our service users. So it's got all the materials inside which Grant will be using with the help of staff to make the interior of his pub. But what we thought we'd do to start with is the outside. So we discussed making like a brick texture, and Grant chose these colours of card he wanted to make his bricks from. And we helped Grant cut them up into rough rectangles, and then he's been deciding where they should go. So this is as far as we got with this project. We've done all the outside with all the bricks, and Grant will be making this particularly a Spurs pub, a Tottenham Hotspurs pub. His favourite team is Liverpool. He's making it a Spurs pub for a friend of his who is a Spurs fan. So that just shows the heart that Grant has. He'd make a rival team's pub scene. We have canvases stored above ground up here if they're being worked on. This is a lovely thing to show. These are paintings by John Mansell, one of our service users. John is an incredible painter. He sometimes traces this work. He certainly references it, so it's important to know that John finds pictures first that he would like to paint, and then sometimes we help him, sometimes on his own. He assembles them into some kind of a composition, and then he paints them. But the work that's gone into this is incredible. So that's painting by John Mansell. Here we have a canvas by Stephen Davoine. This is Captain America. Stephen is a big Marvel and DC fan, and he's always bringing in ideas, brilliant ideas, for what he would like to do. So Stephen again has traced this image that he's sourced off the internet and is now very meticulously colouring it as it should be coloured. You can see that the arm there and the background need finishing. So again, Stephen can finish that when he is back with us. This is again John. This is painting of tractors. John comes in with very specific interests, and it's wonderful because he has the ideas and then we can help him make it a reality. So we might have helped John find these pictures. In fact, I think this is based on a calendar of tractors that John was given by my colleague Jane, and John was able to use those pictures to create a composition. This is amazing. This is a clock that works. I know that Daniel Lewis, one of our service users, would have had a hand in this, but I think it's part of a project we did about the world. So it's not just UK focused. We were doing maps of Italy and maps of China and maps of all sorts of countries. And yeah, this one ended up being a clock, which was a very cool thing to have access to. So trainees do canvas painting. We also have these large folders that we have days of the week. So this is Thursdays. And in these large folders, we keep loose work. So work that trainees are currently working on. This is a wonderful drawing by Ben Andrew, one of our service users. Ben was tasked with finding a painting from one of our art books, an old master's painting, and giving his version. Specifically, we were interested in the hands. So this is a picture that really focuses on the hands, and Ben has done a fantastic job with that. He's also made it a lot more colourful than the original painting. I like that a lot. Ben has been watercolour painting with us, and what we were doing with Ben was choosing a subject. So Bullfrog, Lightning McQueen from Disney Cars, and then Ben was researching appropriate backgrounds to draw and paint behind these characters. So that's been a wonderful series. He did one of Nemo. Service users have specific folders to them. Some allow us to keep their work in with other people. But yeah, there's so much artwork that I could be showing, so maybe for another day. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you again.